Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now I'm going to share a scrapbook album, a bunch of pages from an album. It's of teenagers in a park, mostly. Um, I will post underneath which album it is at my website, because if you like any of these pages, you can go there and you can find the design space links for these pages, and then you can copy them exactly. So my sister's granddaughters came to visit, and we had them for the afternoons. We took them to a botanical park near us and had them in the park all afternoon posing for pictures. So I scrapbooked them for these girls. We'll be giving the album to their grandmother. All right, so to begin, I have, if you go to my website, they'll also tell you what cartridges these images all come from, the papers I've used, and like Kiwi Lane, that sort of thing. It'll tell all the information, the detailed info will be there. All right, so I just love this gazebo image because they were standing all by these posts. It was a gazebo type thing that they were standing in. So that's what gave me my idea for the page. And I had this beautiful tropical garden-y paper, so I used it as a scalloped border here, and then I put two together to make a border on this side. These are fun tree images, and I added gems to all of them. I like framing my photos, so these I framed the same and just used the gazebo for a giant frame on this side. Very pretty. At the beginning of this, the girls were kind of self-conscious, but by the end of it, they were having fun and posing and really enjoying it. So, all right. Now this page is by an airplane. There's a big airplane in the park. So we sat the girls on the steps underneath, and they posed there, and then I took close-ups of them in the same place. So because she was wearing red, I decided to go with a red and green theme because of all the greenery in the photos, and just pick some pretty images of flowers. I think these are Anna Griffin. I love her pictures. I used Kiwi Lane borders along the bottom, and this is just a purchase border, and I did a matching border to this, I believe, and I titled Fly because of the airplane. I then had some little brads of turtles, and I just put a few little turtles on here for interest. I like to put some gems too, so I did that as well, like that. Okay, now this is a cute page too. Whoops, taking too many. The girls are in the woods again, so I was just trying to find images in the woods, and they're at this giant tree, so I put a big tree. And then I just found, I have this dragonfly paper, which I love. So I put a border of it here and a block of the paper back here on the background. And these are coordinates of this. So I tied it all in with a dragonfly image and a couple of little dragonflies. I lifted a lot of, like all these images and the tree. This is a Miss Kate Cuttables. One of her cartridges. They're in Cricut Access. There's about 30 of them there. They're wonderful, fun images. Lots of layers and lots of details. So I love to use her images when I can. And I picked pretty frames. They're from Elegant Edges. I remember that. I use that cartridge all the time. So this is the sisters all together, I did individual pages for them and photos for them, plus I've got group ones too. So this was a structure in the park, so they all posed on there for me. It was very unusual, so I sort of used this graphic frame on the page to reflect that. And I just did a large frame in the back for a background. I did emboss it. You won't be able to see that, but it gives it texture. I picked a lovely paper for frames, and then I just punched these out of a punch. They're Martha Stewart punch, I think. I'm pretty sure. The details are at my website. And this is a new die that I got that cuts and embosses. And so these layers lift up. It was very interesting. I wanted to try that out. So I did there. This is a die too. I just decorated this frame top and bottom. And I just used some dots, enamel dots, just a little bit. That's just a chipboard thing that I had. I thought that would be a graphic paper that would appeal to the girls. So this one, I can't take credit for designing this. This entire page is in Design Space. It's absolutely beautiful. So I did it. It took quite a while. It's very thick with layers. There's like 8 or 9 layers to it. And I just put a frame in the middle with the picture in it after making it. It did take a while to make it, but it was well worth it because it's beautiful. And this is the border that coordinates with that page. So I used it, I made it for this side. I just added another border and just a circle there, and matching frames for these. It's the whole thing is in Cricut Access. It's just beautiful. It's in different blues, I think theirs is in. But anyway, I absolutely love this. I lifted it up too, so it's very dimensional on this page. So this is one of the girls. I was doing them individually, and she's wearing blue tie-dye type. So I picked it's a splotchy print, so I picked a splotchy paper in the background here, and for the border that's very much like her top. And then I found this beautiful wreath image. I think it's Intricate Cuts in Design Space. I loved it. And this is from the same one, I think, Intricate Cuts. So I used the wreath for a frame, and then I did frame it inside of that with this image from Elegant Edges. I did a Martha Stewart, it's the heart deep edge punch here. And then I found this image of a flower. It's quite intricate with a butterfly, so I did it in green paper on top of the blue, and I used a marker to do all kinds of polka dots on that. Hope you can see that. I added Crystal Nouveau drops all over these, in the centers of a lot of these flowers all around here. I did them in green. And then on this page, I just did a spray over the matching frame here. In this photo, I just cut in an oval. There wasn't room to really do another frame. But I love this Julie Nutting doll stamp. So I like these a lot. I've started collecting them. So you stamp the doll on background paper for her skin, and then you stamp it on a paper for the hair color, and then you stamp it on a paper for the print of her top, and another one for the print of the bottoms, and another one on the red. I stamped it, and then you cut out all the bits and fussy cut them all and put them back together, assembled on the one that you picked for the skin. So that's a lot of fun doing these dolls. I love, it's like playing dress-up dolls. So anyway, that's another page done. That was fun. I love that. This one is the eldest daughter. And I put her initials in this frame for her. She's on that geometric thing again, so I did kind of an abstract frame here, and I put it behind offside, and I found this abstract paper, so I used that on this page to frame her photo. I then just did, she's sitting in the tall grasses, so I just did an image of the grasses and put a title, beautiful, on the page, and repeated this frame over here for that side of the page. Fun. I think the girls will like seeing these. All right, so this one is this paper had an orchard pad, Gilded Orchard, I think, DCWV. Anyway, you'll find it on my website. It has birds, and I just love the print. Her top was a burgundy, a dark plum and teal pattern thing, so that's why I chose these papers. They coordinated with her top. So I framed one of the big photos on this page above this border that's already printed on the paper, so that was a very easy page. And on this side I turned the border a different page. Actually, this is a coordinate from that pad, and so I just added this border. It's from the paper pad as well. So this was a very simple page. Put her name there and added, I punched out a little circle here and there and just added a little to it. This was pretty much just the papers from the pad. Oh, I did punch right out of the picture. I punched this and lifted it up on a pop dot, foam dot, just for interest, because it was a big, massive green space there of nothing. So I just did that to create interest on the page. All right, now we're moving on to, this is a shower that I went to. This is a long-term girlfriend and her daughter. Her daughter's getting married, so her friends have a shower for her, and we went. And when you walked in the front door, there was a big poster of a guy, and they had put his face on it with a little note on it for her. So this is the groom page, this is the bride page. I put a bride and groom on here, and this is like a boutonniere that would go on the guy's tux. Put two titles, and this is an image. The background images are from Elegant Edges. They're called Book. So if you just searched book in Design Space, you'll get a lot of books, but these images will come up, and then you can just click on the cartridge. It's Elegant Edges, and all these will come up. There's 50 different ones. So I used that for a background and almost like for a frame for these photos. And now this frame has a bow on it, and this one a flower. This paper matched her dress perfectly. It's all big stripes, and so was her dress. I love it when things come together like that. So at this shower, there was the paper doll, toilet paper bride. So my granddaughter came with me to the shower, so she was one of the girls that they split up in teams and dressed up the brides. So then they took photos of everyone. So I just did 2 Julie Nutting Doll stamps again with wedding dresses, and it was just lots of fun. I used the Kiwi Lane background, wavy borders here, there, and up top. Just fun. Fun. cute for a shower page. Now this shower, the food was beautiful the way, so I wanted to remember them so that I could copy these appies for serving myself. And so I did photograph them, and then I thought I might as well scrap it. It was fun to do this food page. So there were, this is a cabbage that they dug out, carved out, and used it as a dip holder, a bowl for dip, and a pepper that held dip. So I put like a big, that was the closest image I could find to a cabbage, and I found a title, Yum Yum. And then I found these skewers of food, so I put them on the page. These were just all heirloom carrots and asparagus and stuff with dip all over the place. It was a beautiful food presentation. This is a beautiful image from Cricut Access. This is the wine bottle and glass together, and this was a drink because of all the drinks offered there. So that was just a fun page. And then after that, we had my son's 40th birthday. So I titled this Fierce at 40. And this would be his favorite drink. And so I did a bottle and a glass with the drink and a balloon paper for the party. And so a big happy birthday title. And above this banner I put all this confetti and party hats and that sort of thing. So it made a good birthday page for an adult. We usually have family reunions every year for one side of the family. And this, so we go there, and this is a group photo that we take every year. So I put a pretty frame, matching one on this side. This is one of the kids and her husband and daughter. So I used Kiwi Lane in the middle here, and this is the Cascades from Kiwi Lane. And I put a title, Remember This, and beautiful florals. I love the florals from Anna Griffin cartridges, so I use her cartridges a lot. Anyway, because of their clothing colors, I picked these papers. It was just fun, summery color. When there's a print like this with a lot of people and a lot of different colors in it, I just look for a paper with a lot of different colors in it, and it becomes, if there's a predominant color, which there was green or blue in the clothing here, there was a lot of blue. It gave me a place to start with this paper, so I picked coordinates for that. And even the background has all those colors, so they all coordinate. And it solved the problem of what to do. You just pick a big multicolored print. So that worked well. And here we have my granddaughter's hockey. She loves hockey, this girl. So this is her hockey pictures from the season. That was her team and her individual photo. And they were Panthers, so I found this in team spirit, and a hockey image here. I just did a beautiful frame. The colors of their teams gave me the color scheme for the page. And then I did a hockey stick and puck, and then a title slap shot here. Very simple page, very easy, with big frames of 5x7 photos. And whenever we visit, she's always, come to my practice, come and see my practice. So we did go to her practice. And here she's where the photos we took, my husband took these of her. So more hockey. This is Kiwi Lane chevrons in 2 different sizes. And then new frames. This is just her practice uniform, yellow and black. So I ran with that. Did a geared up because she's wearing a helmet. I did that title and helmet. And here's another helmet over here. Very simple pages because it's just the Kiwi Lane frames and 2 images. And this is our deck needed redoing. So my husband, it's a bit of a reno project. My husband worked on this. He actually got some of our, my brother-in-law and nephew to help. It was a bit of a job rebuilding. The wood had all rotted. So I took before and after photos. So I just found some reno tools, a toolbox, a renovation title. I made some circles and put some other tools on this, and then I found 2 borders, so I spliced them onto the in Design Space, and then I backed one of them with red and one of them with yellow to tie, to repeat the colors I had on this side onto this side. So that's this album. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some ideas on scrapbooking your own pages. Thank you for watching, and subscribe below to my YouTube channel. Thank you.